Good morning, everyone. It's Catherine. I hope your week is off to a great start. I wanted to come on today to talk about just a couple of things. The one is some tools that I'm really excited to share with all of the coaches and spiritual teachers, the mystics, the healers, the energy healers, astrologers. I'm putting together a shadow work toolkit for people that have intuitive businesses. I just call it intuitive businesses. That covers everybody. I'm launching that tomorrow on my website. I will be offering a discount for members of this group. So you'll see more on that, but I know there are a lot of people in this group that have their own businesses. And I'm really hoping that you will have an open mind to healing through shadow work as a system of healing. How I'm presenting it is something that is, what do I say? It's kind of agnostic. It's agnostic to the different spiritual practices because it's really a common thread among a lot of different beliefs and practices, starting with where it comes from, psychology. So I've taken that, the shadow work, the idea of shadows. We have our shadows, those things that we repress, those things that we have forgotten about, or that are hidden, or we just don't see. We're not aware of them. We're unconscious of certain behaviors and things about ourselves, our personality. But everyone is really kind of starting to wake up to that. So when people talk about spiritual awakenings, that's how I define it. You're really waking up to yourself. You're waking up to. You're realizing, and when I say waking up, really it's just these big realizations and memories and things, and just suddenly like, oh wow, like understanding parts of yourself that you didn't understand before, or seeing parts of yourself that maybe you didn't want to look at before or were too afraid to, but it's coming up, stuff's coming up. So I think there is a responsibility among the intuitive business leaders. Those of us that are out here coaching and talking spiritual teaching, having classes and all kinds of things. This is just me, and that's how I operate. I want to talk more about this as we go into 2022 and people talking about new earth and changing things. Like we have to stop talking about it and just start embodying the beliefs that we talk about so much. So that's what I'm doing. Practicing what I preach. Trying to keep myself in check every day, y'all. Leading by example. These are things that I think any person in this intuitive business industry should be doing. And what I love about healing through shadow work and what I'm going to present through this toolkit, and it'll be real clear. It includes a 1-hour webinar. Actually, might be closer to hour and 15. But anyway, we're nailing that down. I want to show everyone that this system of shadow work, I'm presenting it as a system. I'm taking what we know from psychology and I'm taking it up a level because I'm integrating a spiritual component. I'm calling it a spirit. You have to have a spiritual foundation. So let's talk about that spiritual foundation, because many people with your different businesses and modalities and spiritual practices, you're like, I have a spiritual foundation. I'm like, I know you do. I'm not trying to get you to have a new one. What I'm trying to present is a system that shows you how you can work with your clients, especially those where, a lot of people are asking about this now, or you're seeing a need for it. You're seeing that this person needs to go deeper. This person needs to work on some things within themselves. That first thing, we've been talking about it for I don't know how long now, is that relationship with yourself, and that is your spirit. So that's what I'm talking about. And this work only enhances whatever practice that you're already into. If you're into astrology, you're going to start having new insights into stuff that you've studied for years. You'll have new insights because that's what happens when you really start healing these shadows. You may start getting new insights into the symbols as you're reading tarot cards and oracle cards. It's like, that's kind of like the magic that we talk about in spirituality. It's like you're seeing things. It's not like some magical world has now appeared, but the things that were already there, you're seeing in a totally different way. And like, if you're really doing this work and elevating, raising the vibration, when I talk about raise your vibration, you can only do that by getting rid of the stuff that holds you down, all those shadows, the unacknowledged things. You don't have to necessarily heal all the shadows, but you have to acknowledge them and you have to understand yourself. And the whole point of that is to accept yourself fully. So I would even like to get away from, I see a lot of people saying like my shadow this and my shadow made me do that and my shadow, and like you're already like separating yourself from yourself saying those words. So for me, a big part of my journey, a very big turning point was really that realization of I am one person. It's sometimes it helps to break things down and be like, okay, there's the shadow. This shadow made me do this made me do that. But you're you. You're a whole person. You're not a shadow and a light and a shadow. You're just you. And so we have to start thinking holistically at some point of like, this is just who I am. And again, once those shadows, the things that were hidden, come to light, they're not shadows no more, y'all. You're aware. It's in your awareness now. So we don't have to even say my shadow anymore. It's just you. It's your personality. So again, I want to talk about this responsibility that I feel we have. I've seen some things lately, y'all, not sitting well with me. A lot of people out there enjoying a lot of success, which is wonderful. Making people feel good is always a good thing. I just think there is a line, and you have to find it within yourself, of course. But when something is not resonating or not feeling right, start recognizing that feeling, no matter who it's come from. Might be coming from me. Hope it's not. I'm really trying to coming from love, y'all. But I'm seeing that there are a lot of people right now, this time in our humanity, just the last 2 years alone, people are very vulnerable. A lot of people are very emotionally vulnerable right now. And I think that is the duty that if you're a leader, if you're calling yourself an influencer or a spiritual teacher, a coach, putting yourself out there and putting your beliefs and ideas out there and influencing people like that, I think comes with a huge amount of responsibility and keeping yourself in check. I try to do it. Y'all keep me in check. So I don't like seeing people. I'm seeing some people getting taken advantage of. And I don't like that because it's just, you don't know what people are going through right now. And if you are so unaware of what people are going through, then you have to consider yourself extremely blessed and extremely lucky, because most people are dealing with a lot of stuff right now, myself included. I'm like, that's right. I deal with it too. So these are just some things to think about. Again, be on the lookout, all you teachers. I'm hoping to share this content so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just use it. You want to go, teach someone shadow work, develop a course, plug in my content there. There you go. It's done. I've saved you time and money. Really excited for that. I hope we can all work on better communication. I think this group does really well, and I try to help with that, guys. I've been a writer and I've been in communications my whole life, so I've taken all kinds of courses on how to speak to people and this, that, and the other. But once I was able to actually heal my shadows, I can actually speak more authentically, and I can flub, and it's like, it's okay. You guys know I'm coming from the heart. But I really want to work on, when we respond to people in this group, remember that people are very vulnerable right now. And to even put your personal business out there takes a lot. And that's like, when you're doing that, you're like, I need support, I need help. And I really expect everyone in this group to respond with that first. I want you to lead from the heart. I want you to work on developing your empathy and softening your words sometimes. We don't realize how we come across to people sometimes. That's something again, as a communicator and as a writer, things I had to be aware of. Like, hey, those words that you're saying, depending on where this person's coming from. When growing up, it was just about like where, what might be their education, their experience. You got to watch the words you say. But now we also have to go even deeper and remember that people are hurting right now. So there's another level of responsibility and kindness. And if you want to spread love and raise the vibration, that's the easiest thing that you can do, is be kind. Be kind to the person who's put themselves out there. You don't have to lash back. And if you do, because we all have our moments. I have my moments. If you do that, just own up to it. You got to own up to it. You don't have to go publicly and own up to it. But we got to start maturing in that sense. Apologize. Say something. Take it as your lesson and share it as a shadow work lesson. So I'm putting that out there to all y'all. Appreciate everybody being here. I am focusing these days. I've been focusing more on the tools for the coaches, but every day I've tried to look in the group. I've been trying to share my journey too, and I will continue to try and do that. Life's been busy lately, but I'm going to keep trying to do that. And don't forget, I'm here. If you need me, shoot me a DM, and I will appreciate you guys all being here. Have a great day. Bye-bye.